What is up, guys? It's Nick B here, and today we are doing a recap of today's trading. We broke even somewhat, probably a little bit less after, especially after fees and stuff. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get right into it. Yeah. Oh, swipe. Hello. Actually, the video quality is exactly the same, isn't it? This $70 webcam is exact same quality. The only difference is that I get to place it where I want. But nonetheless, we got video over here. It's a little, and yeah, compensating for that really bright. I could put it in the right hand corner here. Looks a lot better over here. Tilt. I can. Right. Hello. Looks much better. Hello. Alright, cool. So, we got, let's go ahead and connect. Alrighty, waiting for this. Just showered, gave the kids a bubble bath. Pretty chill morning. Alright, crazy spike there. Let's go ahead and get right into the trades. If we would have just did one trade correctly, we would have been done for the day, but unfortunately that was not the case, and I think that's a lesson we're gonna have to learn from. And yeah, let's get right into this day. We're all trend up. We're all trend is just up here. We had a trend line here. I'm trying to use my hotkey on my mouse, but it didn't work. We gotta launch up Synapse, but we'll just keep going. We get a break of this, and as hard as it is to just be like, alright, we're still in this trend, and be like, maybe we're still in this, but we just took it as a break, because you have multiple tests there. It'd be kind of pushing it if you did something like, let's say you draw it that right, and then like, oh, we pushed up, maybe it's like this, but you're just gonna basically end up ignoring the consistent slope of test here. So that is definitely a break. Bars closed out. We're all trying to just up, go for that sell, and we got that scalp. Then we had a nice clean swing high first entry, second entry, and now here you can see there's a low right here, and that's the low of the day after market opening. So that's actually going to be pretty significant, especially once you test that. But once we didn't break it, usually when we break past something, that's when we're like, all right, was that significant or non-significant? But this is different. We didn't break past it. This is a test. You could see where that bar closed. That's a definite bounce off there. So overall trend's going to be up. We're supposed to go for non-obvious sell, which we would probably get in right there, and then get the scalp just by a little. But we did get by a little as well. But yeah, that's a non-obvious sell, and we would have got in from up there and pushed down. That could be a 20% or two since we got stopped off just by a couple ticks. And they could just be watching us as well. Who knows? Swing low, first entry, second entry. This one's a pretty good one. Overall trend is just up. You did have a small trend going on here, which was this guy, right? But after that third test, you kind of bust down on there, and then this is just too what do you call it, flat to be a trend, so we didn't draw that out. So overall trend is just up, especially after bouncing off that low, and you just go for that sell, and that's it. I mean, good grief, if we had a runner, that would have been it for the day. Probably not really, but Yeah, that's a great runner. And you could have took this as a double tap and then sold on a one ticker, but we don't do one tickers anymore for like based on one trade we took a while back, and just like on common sense, because you get a little pushes. But if you think about the sense of why one tickers work, it's because if people are trailing that thing and you get a push like that, that's a push on whatever tick chart most likely, and so people are going to exit their trades and something's going to happen. People are going to start selling or whatever, and that's going to really drop the market. And one tickers could work here, but in this case it does work, and you would have got that scalp way down here. Yeah, pretty easy. And then we waited for a very long time for a trade here. Also, you could take that as a double top first entry. Overall trend is down. Since you broke past that low, you're not continuing it anymore. Its overall trend is just going to be down. Just go for that buy. And here is the last trade of the day. Look at that terrible setup, first of all. But if this was a little bit cleaner, that'll be one leg, second leg. That's gonna be overall trend. Could be overall trend up because these are inconsistent highs. Look at that high continuously push higher, not testing really. These guys are too close to that significant high up here, and so this is gonna be just an overall uptrend, especially at this point right here. So you're going for a non-obvious sell, but once it starts to push down a little bit more, maybe you could start looking for a buy, and that's exactly what we did, unfortunately. But if you take a look at that setup, it's a bad setup. Wait for better setups, not when they look congested. You have two highs in there that should not be in there, and a lot of up and down. You have 3 lows there. It's just a lot of congestion for a leg, you know. So stay out of those. Yeah. Looks like the buy was further down here. Oh wait, here's the last trade of the day. So we took one more after this, and this is probably even I wouldn't say a word setup, but it's just tough luck. Yeah, we tried drawing a trend line, but we didn't see this one. I guess it's felt a little forced to us, but you can see that trend line working down like this perhaps, and putting that high maybe right here somewhere, perhaps a little bit lower to match up with these guys, maybe something like that. Let's back out a little bit. This could potentially be it, and so you're probably bouncing off of that low somewhere right there, and essentially that's gonna be bouncing out there. You want to go for a sell, and that'd be trade of the day. And yeah, but essentially there's a trend line there we just didn't see, and yeah, oh, that could be it right there. You see midline reacting there. Yep, it's most likely it. So after seeing that, overall trend's definitely up right there. So that would have been it. So strategy works. We just have to get better at it. Might just start sim trading if we get all the way down to $100 because I don't feel like putting more money in the stock market. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Chopped.